All right, good day, guys, and good day to all our friends and followers at home and abroad. And today I'm at the home of my friend Miss Glenda Carter, Belizean American who has come back home to Belize. And last week we did a story on cancer, but we talk about cancer survivors. We try to say our Belizean people, in memory of. We want to capture the stories of cancer survivors, and today we are here with Miss Glenda, and then we also have Miss D. All right, Miss D is from Belize City. First time meeting Miss D, and we just meet and God done the blessing already. Right, Miss D?
This one.
All right, and Miss D is a cancer patient. I won't say what stage, but she's a cancer patient, and she has come to us for help. And I say, you know what? I need to pick up another survivor story, so you can be a part of this one. All right. So, Miss Glenda, tell us about your journey with cancer and how you overcome.
Okay, my journey with cancer was really hard at first because I had lost my husband from cancer. And 1 year after losing him, I
Then
was
you found out
diagnosed
you had
with
cancer.
cancer. And then going through the same doctors that he was going through. So every time I go,
When you found out you had cancer, what stage did they diagnose you at?
it was less than half a centimeter because I worked at a hospital and we had to get the check
Regular
once a
checkup.
year.
Oh, okay.
So
So they captured your one very, very early.
very early, yes.
Go ahead.
And I took surgery, laser surgery,
What type of cancer you had?
breast,
Breast cancer, okay. And your husband that had passed, what kind of
Breast.
cancer he had?
breast.
So, cause some men feel like man don't get breast cancer too.
And it travels faster on men than women because
When you have
they
it
don't
in the
have,
breast, you don't have
they
mama.
don't have the tissue to
Uh-huh.
block
Oh.
it. So
Oh wow.
it was bad on him.
So tell us about your journey, your
So-
struggles. How was it?
I went for my regular mammogram and they saw a spot. They told me to come back so they could do the mammogram with him, contrast. And the spot was still there, so they had to take out fluid and check it. And yes, it was cancer. And 3 days after I took the surgery,
Wow.
laser surgery.
Surgery.
Yes, because I work at the hospital, you know.
All right.
And the surgery, after coming out of the surgery, it seems that the medication didn't go good on me because they said I was fighting. They had me strapped down. I burst the strap.
You been in trouble?
I fell. I was unconscious.
Ah.
I fell and hit
The back of your head.
the back of my head.
Wow.
When I woke up, I was in pain, and it was COVID
During
time.
COVID time.
So when I felt at the back of my head, it was swollen, and I started asking the nurse, "What is going on? What happened?" And she said, "Well, you fell." They had to call the doctor back. She had just left, and they took me for X-ray to make sure I didn't have internal bleeding.
Right.
I stayed at the hospital for 3 days just to make sure I was okay. And going to the doctor for treatment. I did chemo first. And every time I go for that chemo, I just felt sick, wanted to throw up, you know. And I was working, so
This was chemo in the IV, in your veins?
yeah, I had a thing to put
In
the
your chest?
chemo.
Okay, go ahead.
So I got it through by the breast, and I was working. I would come off from work and go do my chemo. When I get off, I would be tired, so I would sleep in the garage
Mm.
until I could able
Master
to
the strength to
drive,
get up.
because I used to have 45 minutes driving home from work. It was at the hospital that I worked, so the security guard, they knew me and they start looking out for me. Anyway, the chemo, my hair start falling off. Everything that was here on me fell off.
Wow.
And I couldn't eat because it felt like I was eating rusty iron.
In your mouth, the
In
taste.
my mouth, the taste was bad.
Wow.
Then I start having pain, like my whole body.
These are side effects of the chemo?
Yes.
Okay.
My whole body would hurt, but you know, I put it to God. I had a pastor that he used to pray with me. At one point, I went to work and I passed out, and it was like a closed door. So all I could have done was pick up the phone and ask for help, and they came in. I spent 7 nights in the hospital. They had given me up. I was swollen. I couldn't lay down flat. I had wires all over me. And my pastor came. He prayed for me, and my doctor told me after he saw me, it seems like you got worse being in the hospital. I'll send you home, and I'm going to take care of you from home. So I went home, still doing chemo. The chemo had my foot bottom. One morning at work, it was swollen, 2 of them. I couldn't walk on it. I had to take off my shoes. But the doctor was right next door, so I didn't have to go far. They examined me and said, well, it's neuropathy. At this point, I still have neuropathy in my foot bottom, so I have to watch how I'm walking. I don't walk barefoot because I don't want, you know, to get juke or anything.
Yeah.
But then I did radiation.
How was that?
Bad. I was burned. I mean, you can smell it.
Flesh?
Burned flesh
On your body?
on your breast.
Radiation is when they burn the
Radiation
with laser?
Radiation is like X-ray, but with laser.
Okay.
But they have to do it to kill
the cells.
anything that
is
is
not
left there.
healthy.
Yes, so it burned. I had to be putting on ointment. Then I started having lymphedema.
What's that?
It's a swollen. Yes.
That's the one that you experience right now, Miss D?
In my hand.
Which one in your hand?
Yes. And
She
then
says
that
that-
will get swollen. But they gave me a machine. I have to use it 1 hour every day. And that took down
The swelling.
the swelling.
You see, that's the beauty of having these illness and living in the USA. Belize, they're not giving no machine we care down. You get any machine we care down the swelling,
No,
ma'am?
man, I have to tend to myself.
I would tend to yourself.
I have to try to stick out the pain as best as I could.
Everything is so painful. I mean, some people don't have it that bad, but it's not because, you know, it's all good.
Yes.
It's painful. I had to change my whole lifestyle.
Explain what you mean by changing your
I
lifestyle.
experience the sharpening in my hands and my foot bottom.
Shock?
Yeah, like I have like I feel like waves run through your foot or so.
You can relate to that,
Because
Miss
the,
Gender?
Well,
Yeah,
I
it's
still
numb thing, you
numb.
feeling,
It's
yeah.
numb.
That's what I mean
It
by-
feels
yeah.
like
I don't know
you're
really
on
know how
hot coal.
Yes, I don't really know how to
Like
explain it.
you're walking on hot coal, even now.
Oh, wow.
So
That's the way you feel
That's how I
every
feel,
day.
yes. And sometimes I try to ask my kids, you just rub my foot for me like this, like they don't know if it because I think they know to get the nerve, the sensation or the rub, and not really the feel because I still feel like
yeah,
Yeah.
still hurt you.
Yeah.
Yeah, still no rubbing, no nothing.
Yeah?
My both knees are messed up. So if I get up, I have to get up with an open stance,
Push yourself.
push up.
Get
and
out the
then
strength.
stand up.
Why
a
is
little
that
bit
though?
before I
Why is
move
that?
off.
You mess up your knees?
Yes.
Cancer mess up your knees?
I think the treatment.
The treatment.
The treatment kill cancer, but
Wow.
bring on a whole different other stuff.